Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the land of the living. Welcome back to MSFS2024. We're still in the iniBuilds A340. It's got a bit cloudy now. We've flown all the way over Cyprus. We're past Cyprus, past Crete, over Crete, sorry. And now we are here, just about to start our descent now for Malta there. I'm going to just quickly start plugging in an arrival. So we'll check the weather in Malta, and then we'll just use that to determine an arrival. I actually really, for some reason, I've got the real urge to fly ILS today. So, Malta International radar. METAR. So METAR is basically the way the airfield reports data. Oh, great. IFR, with widespread dust at 14 degrees C. Wind 080, 22 to 35 knots, 4 kilometers visibility, ceiling at 2000. Wonderful. So, ILS 13, I guess. Yep, we'll do that. No stars available, so we'll just leave it like that. And then we'll just run to discontinuity. So we'll do Agari, 50 miles, and Agari will do past 22,900. Okay, so the arrival's pretty plugged in. I think I've noticed the issue, by the way. For whatever reason, the aeroplane put itself into go-around mode. So that's a thing. What we'll do, though, is we'll confirm approach phase, and then we'll quickly just plug in the arrival stuff. So, and then 080, which is the worst case scenario in the wind department. 35, commit height, I'm going to put 500 feet on the radar, as I always do pretty much. So, yeah, we basically just add, so 142 is our approach speed. That's what we need to be aware of. And the aircraft now is also just saying I don't actually know what the top of descent, well, it's saying it knows what the top of drop is, sorry, I apologise. But it's just not displaying it, so that's fine. What I'll do a bit of a jump cut, and we shall see you guys as we get nearer maybe the 10,000 foot mark. Hey folks, we're back. So I've lopped out a few of the landmarks because it's having me do all sorts of fancy manoeuvres. We are a bit high, I'm not going to lie, I fell asleep whilst I was waiting for the flight to arrive, and I woke up rather late in the game. What we'll do, so I've got order brake up, I'm going to go for order brakes low today because we are light and decent length runway here at Malta. We are going to go for Gozo, turn in from Gozo, that's going to be basically our initial point. We're going to take it in from there. I think that's actually moisture on the windscreen. I don't really need to bother with that for now though. We'll get to Gozo and we'll turn final from there. I'm at 220 knots now. I've got one lump of flap out just to try and sort of encourage the aircraft to, yeah. And yeah, it was just sort of descending past the airfield. So at 12 miles away. The airfield's sort of roughly that way, but yeah. Let's look on the thing where we are. So we went over the top of Crete and now we're circling around into Malta. So over the water still. We're flying towards Gozo, which is going to be sort of in this area. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. But that's obviously Malta itself, so we come in mostly over the island, yeah. So these are the waypoints I lobbed out. So Neb and I lobbed out, and there was one other waypoint I lobbed out. Nedox, I think. Yeah, there's Gozo. So the under Gozo is just to north of Malta. So not, basically, it was sort of sending me in like a weird to try and get me to notify the point. So just lopped the two out, and then we're lining up on Lima Quebec 40 next, I believe. Which just convinces the aircraft to actually like fly the route sensibly. We are probably coming in a bit hot, but yeah, we can. You know, bear in mind it's a 20-mile final we'll have, so we'll be Gucci. asking for speed brake again, but no, I'm going to ignore that. So yeah, we're booking it in, but 1100 it's fine. We need to actually do our QNHs now. Just double check that whether that QNH hasn't changed. Meta. So yeah, we are 999. 999. It's 3,800 feet. We're about a little bit high, but I don't really care. We'll leave that one in standard for now, just in case we need to go around. But actually, stuff out. What I'll do is I'll approach mode. There we are. And we don't need the air brake out, we just don't. So I'm sort of using half and half for my approach planning here. We used to go to the ILS screen. So I'm going to leave arc on now. That'll be the oral rate at that point. And what I'll do as well is we're going to go to. So we're sending at 600 feet per minute. No. We'll just go to 1.6 degrees descent, constant, and then speed back to 180 knots. A lot on my terrain on ND here to tell me that clear my terrain. But the power's off. Basically, the aim here will now be close to about half on speed brake for now. What we'll do, we are still quite a ways away from the airfield. Got sort of broken sight of the ground, which is good. Yeah. It gives you a vibe of the terrain in the area. So I've never seen Malta before in the sim. First time seeing it. It's a dust storm that we're trying to land in. So now lining up for the localizer. Basically, the aim is localize 180 knots. Turn ourselves in at the final. Hopefully this starts to get lined up. Maybe not. Currently not. Currently we're still too far off the centre line. Okay, I'm going to go increase that to 1,500 feet. Increase that to 2.5 degrees. Increase that rate of descent. Speed brake away, please. Flight 2. Landing gear down. Okay, that. I normally tend to fly it in like decent weather and like decent, yeah. But very moody today here in Malta. Now that we are coming into land, I'll go for all our lights on. Seatbelts confirmed on. Turn-offs on. Master switch. And start the APU on. Actually make sure it starts this time. DME now 6 miles, so just put 142 in the window, which is our landing approach base. It'll start to slow the aircraft down gradually. Is this coming in yet? That's definitely starting to move now, good. Finally getting that centre line for localizer. So my takeoff yesterday, that was an absolute palaver. God no, please put the other throttle back. Thank you. No, we said speed mode. Right, we're going to hold the altitude. Localizer's start, and everything comes together all of a sudden. Now that we're going to approach pace, we've got a flap full. So we're now starting to look like an Airbus on approach, regardless of the bobbing and the weaving. I love how dirty the aircraft looks. Like it's like as we've entered the dust. I don't think the sim simulates this as dust. It simulates it as rain, but it sort of almost feels like we've flown into a dust storm and the aircraft's now filthy. There we go. How good do we look? 4 CFM56 turbofans. So we're now descending through our final descent point that I agreed. We'll set 3,000 as our go-around altitude. Landing ECAM complete, no green. APU strings available now, good, that'll be handy for the arrival. Auto brake set. Speed brake set. Flap set. Airspeed within 15 knots of VAPP, confirm. And there we go, set that back. On localizer, on glide slope. 500 feet to go till decision altitude. No idea where this airfield is. I'm not even getting burned through from the runway lights. Tally runway sighted. That's going to be the last minute to commit. We've not got a lot. I think it's not the height that we're struggling for. It's the it's like the range, the visibility range. I can just about get burned through on the runway lights. Airfield's there, but I can see the pappies now. I'm going to let the aircraft fly into. These winds are going to be a pain in the bum. First landing on type, guys. This is going to be a good one, isn't it? Somebody has control. You're going to have to deal with that. I've not got the ability to look down now. No. My God, this is soup. I'm flying a bowl of soup. Sorry for that. That was horrific. 60 knots. Tap the toe brakes, disengage the auto braking. Whew. That was entirely sketchy as all hell. I'm going to just stop clear of the runway. We'll stop, compose ourselves, and then figure out our next steps. So that was a really late sighting of the runway that we got there. Like, I did not see that thing until the last second. There we go. We'll just stop ourselves. There we go. And we'll just do off, off, taxi, off, off. And then we'll go off, 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 up. There we go. So I've turned off the outboard engines because we don't need them, quite frankly. What we'll do, we're going to park it on the regular apron, I think, and let them tow it over to the overhaul site. But that was an awful lot of effort for on that approach. I apologise profusely for how sloppy that got at the end, how sloppy Giuseppe that got. That was predominantly... so the winds were a real challenge there. And so I'm just going to move off. We'll get a GSX up actually, sorry, for our arrival. I think it's in, no, it's not power and fueling, it's in ground equipment. No, don't do that. Ah! Dear God, please stop. Right. Ground equipment. No. Covers out, chocks out. Remove the chocks. Right. Oh, God. I'm going to just park and brake on for a moment. And we'll just give those brakes the opportunity to cool down a bit. I don't have a fan on this aircraft. So on the Airbus 320 family, you've got a button there for the fans. They're hot, but they're not badly hot. Right. Yeah, today takeoff. Well, we're not taking off, which is always convenient, isn't it? So, let's just GSX it on here. There we go. And on gate X. Show me the spot, please. Got you. We know where we're going. And we'll park brake off, please. Bit of power. Try not to go down that hole. Nope. For whatever reason, this thing will not turn. If I grab... Yeah, I've got a full right deflection in there. The aircraft will not hear it. Better plan. Just gate X, 18. Just walk me there. Oh, look at that park. Look at that taxiing. We did so good on that taxiing. Off. I'll turn my other two engines off now. I'll just say, can we get the stairs up alongside, please, GSX? And we'll say to Malta, who are taking care of us today. It's just for the pilots that I want it. Obviously, we've roleplayed that it's coming empty. There we go. And what we'll do is off, off, off. AP remains on, but beacon lights can go off now because the engines have turned themselves down. And we'll just go into this screen, door one left open, and we'll get off the aircraft into sunny Malta. Thank you all so much for watching today. That's my first flight in the iniBuilds A340. That was distinctly unpleasant in terms of an arrival. The departure wasn't much better, but I feel like I'm probably going to need at least a couple more flights with this aircraft. You may have heard one of my plans in the upcoming with the Airbus in the sim is to go through them, also do A300, 310, 320 because that's the 320 family, 321 Neo because we've got that, 330, 340, 350 and 380, like the full family. Just go through them all. I'd say the 340-300 though, definitely I'd love to fly it when it's a lot more heavily laden. So it's like a Virgin flight over the Caribbean, maybe what we do with it next, and actually have a decent length of assortment there. But until then, folks, guys, thank you. Until then, folks, guys, interested what I'm calling you there. Thank you though for watching. See you guys next time. Yeah, the ceiling's just dropped into 1,300 feet at Malta looking at it. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like the video if you did. Subscribe to see more from me on a regular basis. Until next time, guys. Bye bye.